In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. I would like to kick off today's lecture with this piece of advice. Please avoid social gatherings like weddings, funerals, and crowded places. Do not go out and mingle with people. This way, you keep yourselves and families safe at the risk of getting infected with the coronavirus. Be safe. May Allah protect you all. So, dear students, today's lecture number 18, we will be talking about simple sentence versus the complex sentence, dependent versus independent clauses, and coordination versus subordination. So, the simple sentence, any grammar has only one or independent clause and no dependent or subordinate clauses. Of course, the simple sentence comprises a subject and a predicate. So this short and independent syntactic entity intends to convey a complete idea or meanings of an idea. So consider, for example, she seemed very depressed. So this is a simple sentence because it contains what? A subject and a predicate, and it conveys one single idea. Okay. A complex sentence, on the other hand, is a sentence that contains one independent and at least one dependent clause. Sometimes the dependent clause is called subordinate clause. So consider, for example, she seemed very depressed because she lost her job. So here we have what? We have a complex sentence. Here we have two ideas. The first one, she seemed very depressed. This is the independent clause. Okay, why is that? Why she seemed very depressed? Okay, because she lost her job. So this is the dependent clause. Okay, so this is the reason. Of course, now the dependent clause, because she lost her job, cannot stand alone. It needs, the independent clause to complete its meaning. A complex sentence is like a simple sentence in that it consists of one main clause, but unlike a simple sentence, it has one or more subordinate clauses functioning as elements of the sentence. In addition, a complex sentence expresses two or more ideas, whereas a simple sentence expresses one single idea. So compare the following sentences. I like to eat candy. Of course, now here we have one idea, so it is a simple sentence. I like to eat candy before I watch a movie. Here we have two ideas, so here we have what? A complex sentence. Though Mitchell prefers watching romantic films, he rented the latest spy thriller and enjoyed it very much. Here we have three ideas, so this is what? A compound complex sentence. Now it's time to speak about the difference between dependent and independent clauses. A dependent clause has a subject and a verb, but it is not a complete sentence because it does not make sense by itself. It needs the independent clause to complete its meaning. Consider this example. He proposed, so they got married. So they got married is the dependent clause. Here it cannot stand alone with a complete meaning because it needs what? The independent clause to complete its meaning. An independent clause, on the other hand, also has a subject and a verb, but it makes a complete sense by itself. So although she was considered smart, she failed all her exams. She failed all her exams is the independent clause, and it gives us a complete meaning. Now we shall be speaking about the two ideas of coordination and subordination. Of course, these are two grammatical terms, and the English language has at least two methods at hand to use to express two or more ideas in the same sentence. So if we want to express to combine two or more ideas within the level of the sentence, now we either use coordination or subordination. Of course, they are, in a way similar, but in another way they are different from each other. These methods are coordination and subordination. Both methods involve the linking of units or clauses, but in coordination, each clause has a complete meaning by itself. So this is the main reason. This is the main difference between the two. In coordination, now we coordinate, we combine idea, clauses, or phrases or words, okay, and of course each one of them is complete by itself. However, in subordination, one of the clauses is a constituent of a superordinate or a main clause. This means that both the clauses in coordination are independent, whereas in subordination, one clause or more are dependent on the main clause. Synthetic and asynthetic coordination. The term coordination is used by some grammarians for both synthetic or linked coordination and asynthetic or unlinked coordination. The difference between the two constructions is that synthetic coordination is marked by overt signals of coordination, like coordinators and or but, whereas asynthetic coordination is not overtly marked. So sentence 1a example below exemplifies synthetic coordination with and as explicit markers, while 1b exemplifies asynthetic coordination with an omitted coordinators. So for example, slowly and steadily he crept towards his victim. Okay, so you see slowly and steadily. Now here we have what the two adverbs are coordinated by means of a coordinating conjunction and but in the other example, slowly, steadily, he crept towards his victim. There is no coordinating conjunction. Coordinators, or sometimes are called coordinating conjunctions, are words that connect units that are on the same syntactic level. The conjunctions and, but, for, nor, or, so, and yet are clearly coordinators. They are used to connect either single words like nouns, so like when say men and women are equal, so men and women, so single. The coordinating conjunction here is used to coordinate single words that are nouns, and they can also be used to connect adjectives like my parents are poor but happy, so poor but happy. Verbs, last night I was watching TV and correcting papers, so watching and correcting, so here we have verbs. They can also be used to combine prepositional phrases, like when we say you can lie on the bed or on the sofa. There is plenty of food in the living room and in the kitchen. The coordinators can also be used to connect dependent clauses. Where you go and what you do are not my concern. So where you go is a dependent clause. What you do is another dependent clause. Okay, and they are combined by means of the coordinating conjunction and. We can talk while you are here or when you return home. So while you are here, when you return home, both are dependent clauses coordinated by means of the coordinating conjunction or. He is a person whom I respect and whom I will always admire. So whom I respect and whom I will always admire, both are dependent clauses. The coordinating conjunctions can also be used to combine independent clauses. Okay. So like Jack loves Mary and she loves him. He proposed, so they got married. They lived in her hometown, yet they were not happy. We stayed there, for my father refused to move. Audrey didn't pass her math exam, nor did John. The coordinating conjunctions that are used to coordinate independent clauses, they show different relationships like addition, alternative, condition, contrast, cause, and result. So as you see in the table here, we have what the coordinator, its meaning, and an example. So for example, the coordinate conjunction and has the meaning of addition. So like when you say the phone rang and someone knocked on the door. Nor has also the meaning of addition. So you don't have to study, nor do you have to stay at home. Or it has the meaning of alternative. So we can go sightseeing or we can go shopping. Or else it has the meaning of condition. You have to study or else you will fail the course. But has the meaning of contrast. Dr. Jones was sick, but he took the class. Yet has the meaning of contrast also. His voice was weak, yet the students understood him. For has the meaning of cause. He couldn't teach for the entire hour, for he was sick. So has the meaning of result. I have been working hard, so I am going to take a vacation. That's all for today. Thank you so much.